I'm Alex Woodman from Los Angeles, California. Currently I live in Khobar, Eastern Province of Saudi Arabia. I am an assistant professor of public health and a clinical researcher. The reason why I'm in Saudi Arabia is because of people. So because of culture, because of tradition, because of, I don't want to use the word hospitality because it has been used so many times, but it's, I think, tradition, Saudi tradition that I could not find anywhere else in the Gulf. Definitely warmth that locals offer to foreigners, and beautiful weather, especially during the winter time. It has been 6 years that I'm in the kingdom now, working in the Eastern Province, doing research. When we're thinking of or talking about Saudi Arabia outside of the kingdom, so we think of as just one country, sameness all over. But I think that's not the case here. When I started traveling with my students all over the kingdom, it varies from place to place. It's very diverse. It's very different from region to region. And what's beautiful about it, each part of the kingdom has something unique to offer. So I've been pretty much all over, and from northwest to closer to Jordan, Tabuk, down to western region, central region, Najd, in the eastern province, Sharqiya, and pretty much all over the kingdom. And what's great is that when you travel from one region to region, there's so much difference, you know. Yes, it's the same country, but in terms of experiencing difference, culture within a culture. But I think compared to other GCC states, Saudi is absolutely different. And when I'm saying different, from a very positive angle, in terms of rich culture, even language. So what I've noticed that people from northwestern province in the central region, when they talk, the accent is so different, and I think it's really nice to experience the differences within the same place. I can go on talking about culture, tradition, people, food. I think Saudi Arabia has and can offer each and every one something very unique. Whether you're here for a spiritual journey, whether you're here to, I don't know, try the latest restaurants or experience some kind of sea activities. So definitely it's very diverse, and everyone can find something here different. There's something called a blue zone diet. There are 5 places in the world where people live up to 100 years old, and they are very healthy. They don't see a doctor. So after traveling in the kingdom, I always thought that there are certain parts definitely can become part of those 5 regions, 5 areas called blue zone. So currently I'm working on it, and I'm really excited. I'm going to pretty much contact the original authors who came up with that concept of blue zone diet. And hopefully that one day we'll announce that, Saudi Arabia can be zone number 6. so where people can live up to 100-year-old. They don't have to see a doctor, they don't have to take pills, and definitely have a healthy and happy life. So I think there are tons of opportunities, especially when it comes to research. Vision 2030 is absolutely supporting scientific and academic vision, and I'm really excited to be part of it. I'm not a commercial writer, but definitely some kind of inspiration needs to come within. So living here, living in the kingdom, I am always inspired. There are many people who inspire me. There are my students who inspire me. So yes, I do write for various platforms. I do academic research, as well as writing for various magazines in the kingdom. What's beautiful about this experience that in DQ Living magazine, so a few of us are coming from very different backgrounds. So we have an MD working with us, medical doctor. I am in academia, so there are other people who have a daily job, either in science, technology, various fields. But at the end of the day, we come together and we love what we do. And the whole greatness to this is that we all inspire each other. The recently published The Land of Adat book, it's one of those projects that I embarked on when I arrived into the kingdom a few years back, and I think what's great about it is that first of all the credit goes to my students and people who inspire me to do the work. But the whole beauty is that I traveled counterclockwise throughout the kingdom. I traveled from place to place with my students. I had a wonderful time. The Land of Adat book is pretty successful now. It's not a commercial book. It's all about sharing the experience. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to introduce the word Adat, which means tradition, customs, to the Western world. The Land of Adat documentary was recognized by Saudi Film Festival. It received a few awards for the script and story. So it's pretty much showcasing the book, what is the book about, the Land of Adat book is about, and people just watching 30-40 minutes can learn so much about Saudi culture that they don't have to spend hours on YouTube searching. That was one of the reasons. And also it's just a visual story. It tells the story of the book. The word Adat reflects the embodiment of the full understanding of traditions and customs in Arabic. Traditions and customs represent the fullness of people's rich experience. So I want to make sure that this definition will travel into the West and people will become familiar with word Adat. My morning meeting with Mr. Thomas was very nice because we were brainstorming how we can make Eastern Province, Sharqiya, more attractable to not only tourists, but people who are in the central region or in the western region. So we spent quite time talking about how much the Eastern Province got to offer. So it was a very productive meeting. Later on, we've talked about my book, The Land of Adat, and how the book can be a bridge between, yes, visitors and as well as the people, residents of central or other regions to visit Eastern Province, because there's so much one can discover in this part of the kingdom. Overall, it was a fabulous meeting. One of the topics that we've discussed with Mr. Thomas was the doors in Saudi Arabia. I was telling him it's kind of interesting when you go from place to place in the kingdom, or visiting from region to region. So each place has these beautiful doors. And when I was on my journey doing the book project, I used to stop and I used to stare at those doors, and I thought that, wow, they're very different. And I always imagine like what is behind those doors, so that the mystery, the beauty, and something unique behind those doors. We were talking about that, and there is one beautiful door at Mr. Thomas's place where he works. So I was wondering whether he, every time opening that door, there's this feeling of magic, there's this feeling of unknownness. And absolutely the amount of energy or ideas or how to create those doors that people put back then, historically speaking, is just fantastic. We think that we're so great with technology and whatever we're producing in modern day, but to me, when I was looking at those doors, I was like, how wise people were at that time. Just looking at those doors, there is that beauty, there is that unknownness, there's that mystery, uniqueness, that one can literally stand in front of those doors and stares for hours. And that's what I did, and Thomas pretty much said yes. So, and I was wondering whether he had the same feelings when he looks at those big doors. So, especially in the Western Province. One story that I would like to very quickly share, that each city has its own vibe. Jeddah got this feminine energy, and I looked into research to see what does that mean, what is this feminine energy? And I've read a few places that just because of those doors and also these beautiful windows that one can find in Jeddah. So yeah, absolutely, it was fantastic talking about those cultural elements with Mr. Thomas. Iftar dinner is something very special, something very nice when the family or the community or people, they come together and to break the fast. I think it's not about the food, it's more about that being together, socializing together. It's healthy, speaking of public health, it's not only, eating, consuming, but it's more of socializing. When we're talking about dates in Saudi Arabia, it's something very special, because I remember my friends calling from Los Angeles and asking, oh, when are you coming? And I tell them in 2 weeks or in a few weeks. The first thing they ask me to take from the kingdom is, could you please bring dates? And I'm like, yes, of course. So living in the kingdom and not eating dates, it's almost impossible. Well, first of all, it's very healthy. There are types of dates that are very healthy. If you eat 2 to 3 each day, it's very good for your health if you don't have any other condition. Dates or Arabic coffee, it's part of daily life. And it's good, it's healthy, but there is more to it. It's the socializing component where people share their coffee or some sweets. So it's all about asking each other simply, how are you doing?
Welcome to Topo Chico. Here in Topo Chico, you don't have a name. You have a number. When you hear a number, you put your hands forward. Number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1, put your hands forward. Hurry up! Don't resist! Hurry up! Stop! Put your hands behind your back! Move! Vamos! Vamos! Stop right here! Don't move!
The unknown room was quite unique today. If I summarize the whole experience in one sentence, I would say that no man is an island. You can't do it on your own, alone. So I think that the team was fantastic. The guys were great. And from very beginning, when I knew that I'm going to walk into those experiences at Cell 21, so I thought that I'm with Saudis, I'm safe, so the teamwork is going to be there, the collaboration is going to be there. Yes, there will be some disagreements, but that's part of the fun. Definitely that's what I've learned, that you cannot do everything alone, so there are certain things in life that requires a teamwork, and just being in the kingdom, I think I'm quite safe. Why I selected the most difficult room is because I think that I love challenges. So anything that is related to solving and putting dots together, it just excites me. It's because probably the research work that I do. So yeah, it was quite difficult. It was not easy, but again, because of the teamwork, because of sharingness. So we accomplished together. It was not easy, definitely was not easy, and it took a long time to put the clues together. But the beauty of being in team, each and every one of us brought some strength. So all of us got some kind of strength, and we put it together to solve the problem, to go to the next level and open the door to escape, and we did. So it was a wonderful experience. We had fun. And definitely we'll go back again. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. When it's time for me to go back to the States, one thing that I'm going to take with me is my human stories that I have encountered with. As I said, that people that I've seen here, they inspired me so much to do so much that I will never forget. And it's all about people. I welcome everyone to visit Saudi Arabia, to come and unfold, experience, discover something very unique that the kingdom offers. أهلا وسهلا المملكة العربية السعودية.